Of 3D design and animation, robotics, and blockchain tech. My name is Robo Queen Fuchsia and I am an AI YouTube assistant here to help you explore the fascinating world of 3D design and animation, robotics, and blockchain technology. Today, I'm excited to introduce you to Artist Gemini's YouTube channel, where you can learn from one of the most talented and experienced creators in the field. On Artist Gemini's channel, you'll find a wealth of valuable content covering everything from the basics of 3D modeling and animation, to the latest developments in artificial intelligence and robotics, and blockchain technology. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced user, you'll find something to enhance your skills and knowledge. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date on the latest trends and techniques. Our mission statement is we learn together and remain a studious student always. Peace and power to beyond.
Peace and blessings, everybody. This is Artist Gemini, and I am back with another video. What's going on next? I see you in the chat, in the super chats. So, how do y'all like my my intro? I hope y'all like it. Let me go back to the private chat. All right, so today's video is just going to basically be about the integration of ChatGPT, GPT-4 with Blender, which is a 3D software. I'm going to go over some basic use cases for it, installation, and some basics running of scripts. So we all know that everything is not super. I mean, this is artificial intelligence, but you still have to understand that you may give this a natural command, which is the language, which is the text output, right? But text input, but whatever is outputted, it can still be an error. There can still be, things that you have to go and manually basically fix, right? So the first thing that I'm going to pull up is sharing my screen. So let me know in the chat if you can see my whole screen here. I'm gonna be going back and forth because I can't see whatever you guys are typing in the chat if I'm sharing my screen. So let me know in the chat if you can see Google right now before I even move any forward. This is my first time using StreamYard, y'all, so bear with me. Bear with me. Can anybody see Google? Well, did you see Google on here yet? I believe you can. So you're just going to go to Blender 3.5. All right. Because you're going to need a more upgraded version of Blender in order to place the add-on for GPT-4 inside of your preferences. Okay. I already have Blender on my computer, an upgraded version, and still the 2.9 version because I love that version. But just download this here. Click download. It'll give you the zip file, and then all you do is open it up, install it on your computer, and then you have Blender 3.5 or 3.4, depending on whatever it is, whatever version it is that you want to use. 3.5 is the latest version. So check that out. This is not a sponsored video, guys. Also, we're going to have to go to in order for us to get the GPT file, we have to go to GitHub. Okay. Now, there's two different versions on here. I have both versions. Okay. I have a paid for version and then I have a free version. One thing I will say, is you're going to have to play around with the different uh, types of blender like upgrades, because for my 2.9 the GPT-4 was working, but when I installed the blender 3.5 it started acting up, y'all. It wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. But just for this video's sake, because I did say that I was going to show you guys how to install this, we're going to continue on with the video. So right here, you're just going to go to code. You're going to select download the zip file. Okay. So once you download the zip file, it'll show probably on the edge of your screen where all of your downloads goes. All right. So you're just going to open up Blender, which we're going to do now. Let me open it up. First of all, let me open up. I'm going to go back to the chat to make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Next. What's going on? All right. So now that you've downloaded the actual GPT-4 file, I think somebody purchased this file and then they just uploaded it here for free. Both of them are kind of, but I mean, like I said, you just have to play with it and see what's going on. But I opened it up, my Blender. Can you see Blender on here? Let me know if you can see my Blender app before I just continue on, because that'll suck if you can't see Blender. Let me know if you can see Blender next, because it's going straight to YouTube after this. I believe so. I believe you can see it. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to Edit. We're going to go to Preferences. We're going to go to Install. All right. And I believe I saved this to my desktop. So these are the two versions today that I have for the GPT zip files. All you're going to do is select the zip file, and once you select the zip file, it should show up in your add-ons. I already have it, so there's no need for me to install it again. And like I said, I believe this one is a little funky because of this upgraded version. But as you can see right here, I have object and it says GPT-4 Blender Assistant. Okay. So that means it successfully is installed on your add-ons. Now, in order for this to work, you need API keys. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to account API keys, which is if you just type in open API and then /API keys, and you already have an account with ChatGPT, you should be able to see this specific screen. I'm not going to generate a new set of keys only because that's for privacy purposes. And if I expose it, then I need to delete it, right? Okay. So you're just going to go to create new secret key. Once you create the new secret key, make sure that you're copying this inside of your Blender in this section where it says API keys. All right. And then once you do that, that's pretty much it. And if you go to the right side of your screen and you right click, now you see the GPT-4 Blender Assistance. All right. So we have successfully added the add-on. Okay. So since this is acting a little funky, I want to move on to the next portion of the video. But just for reference's sake, if you type in a natural language command in this chat, yours might be working. For some reason, mine is not working at this present moment. It was working with my old version of Blender. But all you have to do is just write a simple script in here. You can put, I wrote a couple down. You can just put place 4 cubes 1 meter apart, 20 by 20 stacked ladder. Like, just make your own script or your own command of how you want this to be laid out on the interface of Blender. Okay, so it's the same thing as if you go to ChatGPT, you put in a command or a prompt, right? You give it a command and they give you an output. It's the same thing, you guys, except you don't have to go back and forth. You can do it straight from Blender without a problem. But I still find it very useful to go back to ChatGPT and get my scripts, only because it just gives me more of a broader option. And I also paid for ChatGPT-4, which was like $20. So yeah. So I'm going to now show a couple of use cases on here. Is this one? Yep. The first use case that I have is basically just coming up with a 3D object. Okay. There's different things that I have on here. So let's do this. Let me just check the chat. Hopefully y'all still seeing everything that I'm doing. I'm going to exit out of all this stuff up here and go back to my ChatGPT. All right. So I had already asked ChatGPT a question. Gave it a command. I said, write a Python script for Blender that will delete the default cube and add a new cube with an animation of scaling by 4 over 100 frames. If you're new to Blender, that's just basically when you open up Blender, it gives you a default cube in the interface, which looks like this. Okay, let me close that, which looks like this. All right, and then once you animate it, your animation will show down here within the time frames. Okay, so again, I'm gonna highlight this. And the first thing that you want to do, there's 3 different ways that you can do this. Basically inserting the script inside of Blender. So you can go to the top and you can click scripting, or you can go to the bottom where you see, go ahead, where you see text editor. You can have your text at the bottom, or you can go on the right side of your screen, which is here, where I like to go, and go to text editor, and then it'll give you text, new, and then this is where you'll copy and paste your script. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to ChatGPT. I'm basically just going to copy the same code that I already commanded it to write out for me, and I'm just going to paste it here. I'm going to go to text. I'm going to go to run script. Now, again, we're just playing around with this. I'm showing you how to literally put in the code through the back door and basically make your workflow a lot easier. Okay. So as you can see, the cube is shrunk. And now when I press play, it literally animated the cube, okay, as we asked it to do. All right. So that's pretty much it for that use case. So when we're talking about animation, we're dealing with the animations tab. So we have different type of tabs inside of Blender. You have the wrap, you have UV wrapping, you have texture, you have the nodes, you have the colors, you have the objects, you have the mesh. You have different tabs to do different things. And so I just wanted to see if ChatGPT was going to be able to basically animate this for me, because a lot of things take a lot of, when it comes to rigging, also rigging as well. When it comes to rigging, that's very meticulous. If you don't know how to rig already. So this would be something easy for you to do. Just type it in. Type it in the chat. Okay. Now I also have another script that I used. All right. Which was, let me see. I'm just checking the chat, y'all. Let me just run this real quick. Commercial break. It was all made in Blender, you guys. All right. So I just wanted to stop for the commercial break to let y'all know that that's something that I use. All of my portfolio was made in Blender. Okay. And if you would like the links to my other YouTube channel, which is my 3D channel, I would definitely drop it in the chat, or I will leave it in the description box after this has been broadcasted to YouTube. Okay. So after this commercial break. So I'm just going to go back here to Blender, and I'm going to copy this code. And I know a lot of people do not live on the West Coast, so it's like 12 in the morning wherever everybody is at. Okay, I'm so sorry, but I live on the West Coast and it's only 9 p.m. This is why I wanted to stream it live, but then also have it on YouTube for those who need to watch the replay. All right. So again, I'm going to come here to my text import. First of all, I'm going to delete this cube. Let's delete the cube first. And let's add a mesh monkey head. I love this monkey head, by the way. It came in handy when we made our NFTs last year. Metaverse Creators Connect. Shout out to everybody who participated in that run. That was amazing. That was all love. So I'm just going to delete this. And I'm going to put in the new code. Did I just put in the same code? Let me make sure that I'm not putting in the same code. Delete the off-hit cues, BPY, object select. Yeah, this is the same code. I'm so sorry, you guys. All right. So this is another script that I used for use cases about UV wrapping. I know some people are UV designers and things of that nature. So this can make your workflow much easier, even for you guys, you know, when you want to unwrap, when you want to smart project, when you want to wrap, this is going to be very, very useful for you guys. All right. So I said, write a Python script for Blender that will UV wrap the active object using the smart projectors. And then it gave me the output, okay, which is the code. Import the BPY, which is the Python, get the active object, which is the mesh model head, right? Set the mode to object. The action needs to be deselected. So to delete it, that will be true, okay? I'm just breaking down the code for those who don't understand what it is that they're looking at. And I highly advise you guys to understand and understand what the code is. You don't have to necessarily know how to write Python code, but if you understand what it is that you're looking at, you can go in when you have an error and you can go in and fix it. But also ChatGPT will fix the error for you if you ask it to fix the error. All right. So I'm going to copy that code. Probably did that like 3 times already, y'all. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to paste. And I'm going to go and run the script before I deselect that. I'm going to put run the script. It looks like it has not done anything, but now I'm going to go to UV editing. And as you can see, it unwrapped. It UV unwrapped. So basically, it deselected or excuse me. So basically, it just unwrapped the texture of the monkey, if that makes sense. So I know it had a smooth shade on it in a subdivision, so it just basically unwrapped it. And I use these also, the UV wrapping, for specific detailing. Like when I did my NFTs, I utilized the UV wrapping for certain areas and pinpoints that I wanted certain things on this mesh monkey head. So this is very useful case. This is very useful when it comes to this, okay? So that's basically it for those two use cases. I do want to move on. I didn't want this video to be super long. I just really wanted to show you guys some things that you can start doing on your own and coming in here and playing with things. But I did want to also make you guys understand that ChatGPT-4 does not have every single thing that you may be looking for, if that makes sense. It may not know specifically, depending on the accumulation of data within the 3D software realm, right? So everything comes with data, but whatever it is that you're asking for it to do for you, it may not be there yet as far as collecting that data. Okay. So if not, hey, this is just trial and error for us right now, but the more we get into it, the more we do it, the more detailed we prompt and we script, the more we can get out of it. All right. So I'm going to go back out of here. I'm going to go back to layout. I'm going to delete this script. I'm going to delete this monkey mesh head. And I'm a writer. I'm a note taker. So if you see me looking down a lot, I'm looking at my notes because I need my notes. Hello. And the short way to run the script is Alt P, by the way, shortcut, short hotkeys. So while I'm looking for the next prompt that we're going to be doing, I'm going to let you guys one more time hit you with the.
My name is Robo Queen Fuchsia and I am an AI YouTube assistant here to help you explore the fascinating world of 3D design and animation, robotics, and blockchain technology. Today, I'm excited to introduce you to Artist Gemini's YouTube channel, where you can learn from one of the most talented and experienced creators in the field. On Artist Gemini's channel, you'll find a wealth of valuable content covering everything from the basics of 3D modeling and animation, to the latest developments in artificial intelligence and robotics, and blockchain technology. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced user, you'll find something to enhance your skills and knowledge. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date on the latest trends and techniques. Our mission statement is we learn together and remain a studious student always. Peace and power to beyond.
Okay, I hope y'all love Miss Amina. I do have something else for you guys, but I'm gonna wait for that. I'm gonna put this ticker up there for right now. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at the Artist Gemini. Make sure you guys are actually subscribed to my YouTube channel at the Artist Gemini and on Instagram at the Real Artist Gemini. Okay, so let me go back. Let's get it back popping. Now we're going to just run some more scripts here for Blender. I can delete that. Go back here. I'm going to go to a new chat. And this is the default chat GPT 3.5. But we're going to go to GPT-4 on that ad. Okay. And it says GPT currently has a cap of 25 messages every 3 hours. Expect significantly lower caps as we adjust for the demand. I cannot speak tonight, y'all. Like, Do not mind that. But I want to run a script. Basically, I want to see if they'll be able to make me some 3D models, y'all. Like, what's popping? So I'm going to put write a Blender script. Uh-oh. Write a Blender script so that... Oh, no. This is the wrong one. I write all my scripts down, y'all. I wanted to write a Blender script that generates 20 spheres. 20 spheres in a ring around the origin at a radius of 1 meter. Give it to me. All right, so it is giving us the output. So it's saying clear existing mesh objects, select action, deselect the type mesh, delete nothing. The parameters are 20 spheres. The radius is 1.0. For I in range, the number of spheres. So it's basically given the variable for that. The angle is 2 for the math position, Y and X radius. All right. It looks like it's going to give us exactly what I asked it for. So I'm going to copy this code. I'm going to come back over here to Blender. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to now run the script. Oh, all right. Well, let me make sure that my camera is on, y'all. I'm so sorry. Okay. So it gave us a donut looking it gave us something. And again, this is trial and error. A lot of this data, like if somebody else types the same script on their computer, it may give them something totally different. You understand what I'm saying? So just remember that. But I kind of like this. Let me see. Okay. All right. So I want to try something different. But it gave us a 3D model, y'all, perfectly shaped. And I remember when I first started on Blender, I started off with the donut, with the donut video, with the donut guy. And I mean, trying to get that donut shaped the way I wanted it, it was just a real big hassle. But again, I was a beginner. But this would have been perfect for me if I would have had this just a 1, 2, 3. What? Yeah. But let's go back to ChatGPT, y'all. And let me ask ChatGPT something else. I want them to kind of fix this a little bit for me. All right. I'm going to say, can you update the script so that the sphere are spaced out in a ring? Okay. So basically it's saying I gave you the spheres in a ring. If you want to change it, you need to go to the radius value and change the radius your damn self. That's just basically what ChatGPT just told me, honey. Switch to scripting workspace layout. Click new to create, blah, 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 blah. Adjust the spacing value to control all space that you generate 20 square space out in the ring with the order to specify the results radius. Okay. So it's just telling me to change the radius in the code. So let's just go and do that. I'm going to delete this. Bow. Put it there. I'm going to put, let's put 4.0 instead. And put run script. There we go. There we go. We got the solar system in this mug. I got to watch my mouth because I know how YouTube likes to play. But look, we got the radius at 4. Okay. Spacing at 2.0. Number of spheres 20. I think this is super dope, y'all. Like, I love stuff like this. And then if I wanted to go in and let me just go back to not the texture node, not the shader node. I'm thinking about really what I want to do. No, I did not mean to do that. They do have geometry nodes in here, y'all. Okay, no, it's not doing what I needed it to do. So we're just gonna go back here. Yeah, they definitely gave us all 20 of these. Okay, so we're gonna run a new script, but I do want to save this file. So I'm gonna save as because I already thought about something that I could do with that. I'm gonna put GPT-4 rings. Save as. All right. Oh, and let me save the text. You can save your text files too. So I'm gonna save this text file in documents. All right. I'm gonna put GPT-4 ring text file before I go and delete it. So we found another use case. It can make 3D models, but let's see if it can do some type of advanced stuff, right? We got the small stuff out the way, but let's try to spruce it up a little bit more. So I'm gonna put write a blender. Jalea, what are you doing, girl? Let's try to make a dog. Let's try to see if we can make a dog out of something out of nothing, right? Try to see if we can make a dog. Using something that I know it can imitate. Primitive. This little outfit is primitive shapes. Let me see what it's gonna give me. So basically it's saying it can be used by using the Python script. Okay, it's giving us the mesh, it's giving us the body, which is a cylinder. They're giving us the radius, the depth, the location of that body. It's giving us the head, which is a sphere. It's giving us the 1 leg, 2 leg, offsetting on a X and Y. Okay, with those integers. Okay, that's giving us the tail, which is a cylinder, and the leg. Body select is true. Okay. All right. I don't need to know no more. Stop generating. All right. So let's see how this is going to work. Let's copy code. Let's go back here. Let's paste text, run script. I hope my face was not. I mean, hey, I mean, it tried. It tried. It tried its best. Look, I mean, but it's giving dog. It's definitely giving dog. You know, we know that we can move these shapes around ourselves, right? It's giving dog to me. A little messed up dog, but I mean, hey. The cylinder is way too big for me. I want to no. And they interconnected all of these pieces. Okay, and this is where I would just start to ask ChatGPT to fix the code, right? Because this is giving lapdog. That's what it's giving to me, y'all. Okay. Yeah, that's what it's giving to me. So let's try to just run another script. But before I do that, I gotta just let y'all know. Thanks for my efforts. Then well, thank you for tuning in. Next. I know it's late where you're at. You be up late, huh? It's commercial time. Okay, y'all. I'm finna be back with another video. Give me 1 second as I pull something up for y'all. And if you aren't following me again, please go follow me on Twitter at the Artist Gemini. Please go follow me on Instagram at the Real Artist Gemini for anybody who's going to be tuning in, who's going to be new to this channel. People. All right. And as you guys know, if you're looking at my banner, all right, that is flashing across the screen, if you want to purchase any silver or gold, please drop a comment in the chat. All right, drop a comment in the chat. If you're looking at the replay, if you're looking at the live stream right now, drop a comment in the chat and let me know that you would like the form so that you can become a wealth ambassador. Okay, you can put your family under you. You can put your family on. They can shop with you at with your own store. I do have my own store with Quicksilver as well. And as we all know, the banks are running out of conversation about currency, right? The dollar is at zero, but this is not the time or the place for this conversation. So we're going to get right back into this video. Okay. So let's go back to ChatGPT. This is probably going to be the last one that I do for now, because this is a basic little video, but I still want to have fun with this. I don't want it to be super long. I want people to just come to my YouTube channel, check it out, and make sure that they're getting value out of this. Okay, I want to get value and nothing else. All right, so now I'm going to ask ChatGPT to write a Blender script, okay, that creates a let's put cylindrical hole with adding. Okay, let's just stop in the center. Let's just do that first. Jojo, I'm recording. All right, so it's giving me a Python script again. Deselect, select the mesh. Okay, it's adding a primitive cube, aligning the world location by the cube with an active object. It's creating a cylinder with the radius, the depth, entering it into the alignment. I wonder why it's giving false. Okay, it's adding a Boolean, and it's adding modifiers to the operation. It's applying the modifier to the Boolean. It's selecting all actions to be deselected. Okay, now I can stop generating this code. All right. I do want to play around with that, with those rings that I had made earlier. I think that would be a great concept for some type of like cosmic world, and throw that into a different, after I render it and do what I do with it, let AI do what it do with it. But anyway, just a thought. All right, so I'm gonna put this in the chat, in the text chat. Okay. Now I'm going to run the script. Oh, look! It gave me exactly what I asked for. Hello. You see, it's like a hit or miss with this, y'all. So oh my God, yes, I'm so happy about this. I'm super happy about this. And then you can just basically add, like, if you don't know, like, you can build by duplication using Blender, okay? But this can be something cool. Definitely. All right. I'm going to also save this file. And that just made me just want to do a whole nother script. Like, it gave what it's supposed to give. It's giving Legos, baby. All right. Let me save this real quick. Let me save this real quick. I'm going to put cylinder hole Lego GPT-4. And let me save this text. Text. Save as cylinder hole GPT-4 text in documents. Okay, so I'm going to delete the text again. Now, why do they do that? All right. All right. So now what I want to do is I want to go back to ChatGPT. I hope this is not becoming repetitive. This is the last one I'm going to do. I promise you guys. I promise. I want it to write me a Blender script that animates a cube translating. Let me see. I'm gonna put translating 3 meters, okay, on the x-axis, where the animation is approximately 10 seconds. Let's see what they give us. And I wonder if ChatGPT can make me a logo. So if I ask it to make me a specific detailed logo, will it make me a logo though? Like, the text animated logo. So I'm gonna check that out. And also, you can, when you're using ChatGPT, if you already have a made file on your inside of Blender, you can tell ChatGPT to basically help you color it or help you wrap it or help you texturize it, build nodes, build geometry nodes on top of it. Like, you can do these things with something that you already have previously made. But if you're new to this and you're just trying to try something new and start it from scratch, even if you're not new to this and you just wanted to check out how GPT-4 could be integrated with Blender, then of course this is for you. So let's go back and see what it gave me here. And remember to always read your code before you do anything, because it might not be what you want it to be. Might not be what you want it to be. Okay, so it's telling me it's going to start for the frame at that distance location. It's going to start another frame at that distance location, and then it's going to end the frame. And the F curve, which is the F curve inside of Blender, is where you insert the keyframes, okay? And the KF interpolation is linear. Okay. Anyway, let's go back and let's do this one last thing, baby. And let's run this script. And let's run it here. Uh-oh. Let me see. Oh, we got action. Houston, we got action. This is going to make my life so much easier when I'm trying to do some animation, especially with something like I did this like six-legged creature one time, and it was difficult to animate the different type of legs. So I can say animate leg 1 and do this with it, or animate leg 2 and do this with it. Like, this is going to be my virtual assistant at this point, which it already is. But I hope you're gaining some value from this video. I hope you like this video. This is where I'm going to end it off at. Peace and love to everybody that tuned in. Shout out to you next for tapping into the live stream. If you just got here, please rewind it back. I gave you guys a lot of gems. I gave you guys a lot of scripts that you can use and you can build on your own as well. And if you're just hopping in, I just wanted to show you the commercial.
My name is Robo Queen Fushia, and I am an AI YouTube assistant here to help you explore the fascinating world of 3D design and animation. Assistant here to help you explore the fascinating world of 3D.
Okay, I don't want to have her doing too much because Shorty was doing a lot today. But I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have 2 YouTube channels, and like I said, in the description, when after this is broadcasted to YouTube, I will add all of the keyframes in the video in the description to a lot of the links that I use for today. But if you like the video, make sure you thumbs up and keep me in your algorithms. Peace.